All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is yours truly. It is the Rikishi Driver Talk Show, and it is Sunday. And I'm coming straight from you from very, very cold Los Angeles, California. It's been a while since I've been on here. And first of all, I'd like to say hello. I hope all of you out there throughout the world that are doing fine during these times that we are going through. Before I start to get rolling on the show, I'd like to say a personal thank you to everyone that has reached out to myself, my family. As you know, that we just lost my father uh, during this last month, and it's been it's been a rough one. To be able to, I lost my mother in '08, and to lose my father in 2020 during these times. It's again, something that uh, you can't explain when you know that you're unable to give your parents a call or be able to see them again, and so. But he lived a great life. The chief was a very, very happy man, a man that loved his family, well respected throughout our culture, and we wanted to thank you all. On behalf of myself, our parents, our siblings, grandkids, great grandkids, the whole Fatu clan, the Anoa'i blood, everyone, for reaching out, sending all the flowers. Thank you so much. But tonight, I, I just thought that it's been a minute, since with this lockdown that's happened throughout the world. For us, as far as what we do in our industry, we're around the fans doing a lot of meet and greet, doing a lot of shows and so forth. But that's been locked down for the last, I don't know, I've lost count, 9 months going on to a year or so. But I have a special guest, a person that pretty much has taught me a lot in this industry. Pretty much, took my hand and walked me through it uh, to understand what this industry is about and what I'm going to go through. But before I bring this legend, this icon, this family member into the show, I like to bring my man in without, this guy here by my side. I'm unable to run this type of technical part. All right. And this is my man here, Humza Mania. How you doing, son?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at you. You look amazing. I swear, every time I see you, you get younger and younger. Is that correct? Look like $1,000,000.
Well, that's that new. That's like that new Rikishi cocoa butter that's coming out. You see that poster right behind me. You see the buns for fun.
Wait, can I zoom in on that poster? I can't even. I won't be able to. There it is. Y'all see that backlight.
All right. Back up now. Back up. You don't want people getting a stink face online.
Nah, free stink faces for everyone, man. But it's so awesome to be back on with you. I swear, I miss doing this, and it's. I've come back to LA tomorrow, but what a great way to reconnect today with you today. So I'm so happy that we're doing this again.
Man, I miss you, man. And I also want to say, how's your family out there during these times? We know that the hurricane is just rushing all through there towards the Orlando part of Florida in general. How are you guys doing out there and your parents?
My parents are great. My family's doing wonderful. The hurricane, I can hear the winds rattling right now. It's getting kind of windy here. So luckily we're in a part of Florida that the hurricanes always kind of skip over. So we're not that worried about it. But man, the family's doing great. They're kind of sad that I'm going to be headed back to LA tomorrow. But we gotta live life. That's how it works.
Absolutely. We always say tomorrow's never promised to neither one of us, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So listen, I thought, what better way to come back, during this little break of mine with the show, and then to talk about, I get a lot of questions, like people always ask you, where did I learn from? What made me wanted to start the industry and so forth. And, they all know where we come from, where I come from as far as the bloodline. But, I wanted to give credit where credit is due for me. During my time here in the business, I got a call. I was working at Safeway. I was a courtesy clerk during the time. I think I was 17 years old. So I was on Mission Street, it's a Safeway, and I was a courtesy clerk guy. So I'm pushing cars, blah blah blah. And then I got a call. I knew that my brother Tonka Kid was wrestling during the time Jimmy Snuka days, and then it was my cousin Samu, who's the oldest out of all our Anoa'i grandkids, and he gave me a shout, and it was one of those times when he gave me a shout. It was a hot as hell day in San Francisco. I was out there, towing like 20 carts, carts into the store, and I was like, I'm always just complaining to myself, like, this is not my life to be pushing carts. And so, my cousin Samu gave me a shout. I had no idea where I was going. And next year, we were out there in Texas for the Von Erichs. And there was the start of my career where this young kid from San Francisco, California, the Bay Area, next he's on the road in Texas. Never been to Texas before. And this was my cousin here that really, gave me the jump start. And then, on to, the rest was history after that. So, with further ado, I would like to introduce my tag team partner, tag team champions, the person that led this young Rikishi, grabbed him by the hand, and took him down the lane of professional wrestling. I'd like to introduce to the world my cousin, Samu Anoa'i, my tag team partner, the Head Shrinkers back in the day.
Welcome.
Yay!
Welcome.
Round of applause.
Thank you. It's good to be.
How are you doing?
It's good to be here. First, I want to send our condolences, Junior. You've been through a lot these last few months, and we're all with you. Our hearts are with you, and our prayers.
Thank you. So I love you, man. I love you, man. But man, how have you been, man? What's going on there?
I'm all right. I'm just cutting the corner of a year past a liver transplant. I'm still here, so every day's a blessing. Like you said, we ain't promised tomorrow. Every day's a present, right?
Yeah, man. I know. You've been through a lot. We see, a lot of your posts on Facebook, and so by the way, all the fans out there, there he is live right now. So don't ask me anymore. Is he on Twitter or is he on Instagram? He's on Facebook a lot. And hey, Sammy, I'll tell you, that's how I find out how my cousin's what he's been up to, man. He's as you can see, man. I've seen you've been bit like doing carpenter stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess so. We just moved down the way in Pennsylvania, because we've been up in Allentown for the last 30 years. So we just got a chance to have a nice place down in towards Philly area, and that's not too popular with some people today. But we're on the outskirts. We're up in Elkins Park, and it's a nice place for the kids, and I have half of my grandkids here with me. And,
awesome.
That's what it's all about for me, anyway.
Well, Hamza and the world that's out there listening right now. So back in the day in 2 Dublin Street in San Francisco, California. So my grandfather used to live there, right? And pretty much anybody that's, related into this bloodline has lived in that house.
Right.
And so my grandfather was a preacher, but he was also a carpenter. All right. And so we would always be, around that house 2 Dublin, just building anything and everything. And I've noticed that Sammy had posted up a picture of a pallet. Right? There it is right there. So he posted up a picture of a pallet. Now I'm wondering, like, okay, what's he going to do with this pallet? And then the outcome of this pallet was this photo right here. So what is it? What is it that's going on with you with stuff like this, man?
Well, a lot of YouTube. and two 2 doors down was the beer distributor, and they always had pallets, as many as you want. And I just I made everything. I got furniture, all kind of stuff. Uh, just bored sitting at home with the liver transplant. I'm kind of high risk, so I can't really go out and mingle too much. But I do what I can and just try to keep myself busy at home. If I don't keep busy, I'm done.
I always see you posting up, making memories, man, all the time.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. After that liver transplant, and it just makes you appreciate life more and look at everything in a different way. I'm just blessed and happy to still be here and be able to make these memories, and you know, and after all of us, we did a lot of running around and had a lot of fun, and now they have these grandchildren. You already watch your kids run up and they're going their different ways and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But the grandkids, I guess we realize that, once we get up in age, that's where we're going to be. Or that's what we're going to leave, where we're going to check out, and after these grandkids. So, you try to do what you can while you can.
Sammy, it's we tap onto talking about what we can do. I mean, we every time when I go to the shows and I run into the kids and so forth, and they'll always like kind of come back to me because I'll see a lot of the boys, and it's always that, man, we hug each other and we say, man, glad we made it. It's just like I say that to all the boys every time we see them.
Yeah.
And then my kids would ask me, what do you mean you glad you made it? I said, man, you have no idea.
Yeah.
You have no idea what it took for us to get to where because by right, we should have been dead by now,
Yes.
And I mean, you can tap onto that, how it was for the business for us. I talk about the days when we made $30 a payday at Texas shows.
Yeah. I mean, not only that, fighting to get out of San Francisco at that time too, when we was running the streets a little while. We wasn't going to make too long doing that too. So I feel that we made the right choice going out and making like Pops and Sika and carrying the name and doing something that we love to do.
Because by right, we should have been in the penitentiary, man. we would have been in the penitentiary, or we would have been, 6 feet deep or whatever. It seems like every kid that that came out of 2 Dublin, man. If we was going down that left lane, it was just not the right lane. You can rest assured they're gonna. You didn't want them to say, "We're gonna send you to Uncle Alpha and Sika." It's like it's because they knew then that back in the day, uncles they didn't play, but.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that we got a chance to to take this journey together, Oos. And again, thank you, man. You saved my life, and just being able to be underneath your tree. From we starved together, we cried together, we got drunk together, we slept in a lot of cheap motels together. You name it, man. We've done it together, and 30-something plus years. Here we are. On our Rikishi Talk show here. It's just, God's been good to us.
Very blessed.
Oh, Lord. Sammy, there's Uncle Buddy. Oh, my God. What are your stories? Tell us a few stories you remember about Uncle Buddy.
Who, me?
The Freebird. Yeah.
I love Buddy, but it might not have showed it so much back then, but,
So it's a story that's probably never been told before, and I'm going to go ahead and tell it out there. So Sammy probably remember this. Sammy's probably thinking, okay, what is it? So we landed, I think it was Tennessee someplace. We were actually working in Texas, but we were flying back and forth to Jared in Memphis, Tennessee, in that area. I think Michael Hayes was would do it to it, Steve Cox. So anyhow, we had one of those long nights. You remember we used to have come up to that song, Don't Worry, Be Happy? Yeah. Well, damn it, we were happy all the time with Jack Daniels. So that picture there, we won the belts and we were flying. I guess we didn't sleep all for 2 days nonstop. And we were waiting for the baggage to come at baggage claim. And I don't know, it's in Nashville or Memphis, Sammy. But Buddy was laid down on the side outside of baggage claim, and he was passed out in his jeans, right? So he had his jeans on and his cowboy boots, you know. So we sit out there, and just keep in mind, we're all still drunk, man. And all of a sudden, Sammy sees that, and Sammy goes over there. He took a lighter, and he lit Buddy's jeans on fire. So Buddy's passed out. And next thing you know, I mean, this guy's dead drunk. He's passed out. But that damn fire, the jeans start burning. The pants start to burn from his boots all the way up to like halfway to his knee. Oh, and he woke up, and he was furious.
The best part was he was at the next terminal. So I had enough time to set him on fire and walk back to our terminal and look at Buddy over there. And they're like, what? And you'll see, watch, give it a second. And the wind starting to catch the leg of that fire now. So Buddy started flagging his damn leg. Took his pants off right there in the damn airport. Started spraying small ones.
I think me and you jumped in a taxi cab. Remember when we drove by and he was in a cab? Didn't you knock on the window of the cab and ask him, does he have a lighter?
Frank Dusick said, "You guys leave Buddy alone. He's not feeling good today." Buddy, you come with me. They got in the taxi and we jumped in our taxi. We told her to follow that taxi. When we get over there, I said, pull up right next to him. I knock on the window. Buddy, you got a light? Buddy said, we were young. We were having a great time doing something we loved.
Listen, when you have a couple Samoan cats from the Bay Area and you're on the road around the trip around the world in Texas and so forth with the Freebirds.
Yeah.
I mean, you had Buddy, Michael Hayes, and then you had brother Gordy. And then you had this was it Steve Cox? He's probably watching right now. Yeah. But Steve was green as hell back in the day. Remember that, Sammy, from Tulsa, Oklahoma?
Yeah. Well, he was like Tommy. that brother could go.
Yeah, I remember we used to rib him a lot when we'd be in the ring together back in Texas. When it's time for him to come in for his comeback, you just shut him off.
Well, I want to be predictable.
Yeah, well, those were fun, man. Steve was he actually came into our part. It was a good spot for him. Yeah. He was green as hell, but he came in there, was able to dance with myself and you and old Michael P.S. Hayes, man.
Do it to it.
Yeah, do it to it. Yeah, Michael Hayes, I know you're up there in the office. If you're listening, we're still right here.
I'm still alive, Mike. Thanks for coming to benefit, Mike. He did come to my benefit show. Came out. A couple other guys came by. I know you guys were busy. I think you were out of the country at that time, but it was nice for Michael to stop by and do that. It was cool.
Who else are the guys that end up coming?
Carlito, his brother, Dreamer, a lot of guys. Who else? They call him Cassius. I know him as Chris Hero. So Hero came out. A lot of guys came out. It was really nice and appreciated. Gene Snitsky came out, of course. My dad, Sika, Michael. I know a lot of heat now for whoever I forget, right? So
that's all right. They know who they are. We talk about here in Knox Pro, where our training academy out here with me in Reno. Mm-hmm. We kind of we teach these kids what we were taught, but I always tell them how spoiled they are. Being that they got an academy, they got lights, they got beautiful ring sound, they got nice clean ring. I said back in the day, we was outside in the backyard of Hampton, Connecticut, You remember that?
Yeah.
Code. My uncle used to have his dogs run around Uncle Alpha, and so his dogs would shit all in the backyard, right? So we would be,
Oh,
either me, Rodney, Little Sam, Big Sam. We we'd have to go out there and clean up the damn dog shit before we get in the ring out there, right?
damn dog.
And we would play. We would get out there and train. Like we would be so happy to be out in the ring, and we would just train out there till there was like, till they got into the evening, and then we would tear the ring back down, Sammy, and put it back up every time.
Well, yeah. Well, we knew because we would come in late. We'd go out after and hang out. And the old man, he knew when we went out, so he would make us do shit like tear the ring down and wake us up at 6 in the morning because he knew we was out till 3 or 4 because we know he heard us coming in. So he'll get us up about 6 o'clock screaming, "What are you doing?" Well, what do you think we doing? We were asleep. We tried to reverse the psychology on his ass one day, and we was drunk. We came home, and so he's gonna make us take that ring down, fix it, put it back. So we did it, and we moved it and put it where it needed to be, and he still woke us up at the time. No, we already did it. It's all good. He went back out. No, you did it wrong. Come out and do it again. So, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy.
And man, and my uncle would tell us we'd go over there to wake up in the morning and go. He would have us go work out at Mike Catch's gym. Remember the powerhouse there, right? And like say, we were still like young, like we had so much energy. We didn't have time to kind of just settle down. Meaning we was on a go all the time. So we trained. We did all our fouls, meaning our chores that our uncle tell us to.
Yeah.
But we always had that time to kind of sneak out and have a few, And we thought all this time we out there doing it, and he don't know about it. He knew all the time. He had eyes and ears all around Hampton, Connecticut. Had a lot of stooges around.
Too many. Yeah.
We was happy. We was happy though. I mean, all that after it's all said and done, when we understand that, why he did do that to us. I know that, he wanted everything for us to work hard for it and to appreciate what we have. And that's why when I go, and I can speak for this, when we're out here training at the domain, Sam, and I see a few kids just complain about picking up a broom or wiping the ring down or just anything in the domain, they have a type of attitude right off the back. I'm saying, okay, you might not be made for this industry then.
Get a couple of dogs.
Yeah. They kind of think that, I don't know.
Dog shit, though,
Have some dog shit in the ring. Have us clean that up before you bump.
They were good looking dogs, but I hated them son of bitches because we had to clean up. And it wasn't the dog's fault. When you're young.
So how's your gym going out there in Allentown, Pennsylvania? Like as far as the students and everything?
We have a small place, and we only do like six students a year, and that's cool. But with the COVID and everything like that, everything slowed down, and just me at high risk, and it's just hard. So we kind of like slowed it down to nothing damn there, and just putting our faith in this vaccine that they get past, so we can get past this and try to get back to a little bit of normalcy.
If that'll ever happen, right? Right now, I always say like this, Sam, is like, and even to our students here, is that thank God that we have the type of training we had for professional wrestling, meaning that wrestlers were able to adapt to anything.
Yeah.
And, I mean, after you've been through it all,
in our day,
after you've been through it all, man, and anything like this is kind of like, it's a piece of cakewalk for us because we've just learned how to adapt during times when things need to be changed, to survive.
Yeah. Hopefully we have some big changes coming. We got a lot of work to do, but hopefully, everything comes out. this COVID, we got to get past that. So get back, like I said, just being able, we are big on
Yeah.
hugs and love, man. We're not used to this mask stuff, and it's hard, and really hitting our South Pacific Islanders pretty hard too. So it's hard when you hear people, oh, this is fake or this isn't fake, and I don't want to find out, So
Yeah.
I already got lucky once. I
Well,
don't want to mix the water. I don't want to shake the gorilla's
well,
cage,
right. I mean, let's, this thing here speaks for itself. What's going around? I mean, we're talking about the COVID here. I'm going to go on record to say this: that, for me, as a big 425-pound Islander, Pacific Islander, I hate the mask because, for me, I have like claustrophobic to when I'm trying to breathe, but at the same time, I know that not only that I need to protect myself but protect others. I need to follow these type of guidelines, and this thing to me is real because why do I know it's real? Because it took my father's life. That's why I know it's real. If he wasn't diagnosed with this in the first place, Pops wouldn't be in the hospital, and he'd be still here with us today. And being able to say goodbye to somebody that you personally loved, but like we said, you can't hug them, you can't be with them during these times, but you just have the only one option is to watch him through an iPad video. It's probably the most hardest thing I have ever had to do, man. And I don't wish that on anybody, to be able to say goodbye to their loved ones, their friends, through a freaking iPad. But it is what it is. This is the best that they can do during these times here. And, I just hope that, nobody's able to experience that and enjoy your loved ones, man. Enjoy your parents, enjoy your loved ones while they're still alive, while you're able to still, hear them, say, I love you too. So I love you, Big
I
Sam.
love you too, brother.
I love you, Hamza. Thank you guys for everything, man.
Love you as well.
This is times we need to cherish these type of moments with everybody.
Hey, one.
You know,
Ooh, we came down a bit. We came down a bit.
I just kind of went right there when Sam there brought up an important point.
That's when shit gets real.
So, but yeah, so Sam, let's get back on this. So, what type of advice would you give for just for a couple of students that are wanting to go down, this industry, this crazy industry of ours?
Well, if you have a family, it's going to be hard on them. First of all, we know back in our days we was 17 days on, 3 days off. And then it takes you one of those 3 days to get home, and then you got one to relax and the other one to pack up and get ready to get back on the road. So you have to sacrifice a lot. I'm not saying it's bad because we love. I speak for myself. I love being on the road. We had a lot of fun. We made a lot of statements. We did a lot of great matches and with a lot of people. Basically, everyone we worked with, and it's just something. I don't know, something I always miss about being out on the road. It's always in your blood. You'll never just be able to. I don't know, be like normal again.
Yeah, but also too, I think because it's not easy to be a professional wrestler. Like, I mean, probably today it is if you have the right training, but we're talking about to when during our days it wasn't easy, man, because you're in it uh, to hopefully make some good money, but there was just so much speed bumps that we had to go through, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I talk about the time, you remember this, when we became tag team champions in Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
We're away from our family and we just won the belts. But I think for 2 months, me and you were sleeping on the beach of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
and we were the tag team champions. So you know, I mean, how that experience for me, I'll always remember that because it just to me it just really reminded me like how much we wanted this because the normal they would have probably just left.
hmm Yeah, but we had that passion. We knew what we had, and we just needed to get it out there. We were like rappers in the back days, trying to drop off their cassettes. We were dropping off what we do. This is what we do, and so many times we get hired and going in there. Hey, well, look at us. I want you to look at us, and if you don't like what we do, we'll leave. If you do like what we like, what we do, then we'll talk business. And there's many times that we walked out of there with good contracts.
Right. And and a lot of these type of different experience I probably would have never been able to done it by myself. Meaning because when you're around an industry to where there's a lot of sharks that are around you. You told me this as well that anytime you see a new group coming into the locker room, well, that means somebody else's job is about ready being getting taken away. And we've always been taught to, if you believe in your work and you know your worth, then let the rest speak for itself.
I mean,
Yeah.
you talked earlier about Texas and how the road was. You remember when we had the meeting with Crockett and everything like that, and it was beautiful. And
Yeah.
we seen Michael Hayes. He packed. He was headed to Atlanta, and we were right there on the coattails, and that was a good spot too. At those days, everybody was making a lot of money, so it was a plus. It was a move up for us. So, and that's what we've been fighting for. That's why we did these things in Puerto Rico, did these other things here and there, get our name out there. So we had that stamp, and then when it not only the stamp, but we had that. I don't know. There's just something about we complement each other in our work when we were out there, and it was kind of magical. It was kind of magical what we did out there. Anyway, long story short, we got down to gave our notice in Dallas, and got down to Atlanta finally. And when we got there, the guy that hired us sold the damn company to Ted Turner. So we went over there and said, "Hey, we're here to, we got our whole family, everything. We moved, we packed up. I mean, we were there. Oh, we didn't even know you were coming, but and I'm like, oh, man, don't even start, man."
Yeah.
So anyway, so that's one of the times that we were like, "Hey, give us a shot. We're here anyway. Give us a shot. Put us out there. Let us show you what we can do. If we don't get over and whatever, 3 weeks, three months, whatever, then we'll leave, and the rest speaks for itself." So um, we had a lot of fun.
I usually tell everybody that we were the first Paul Heyman guys.
Yeah.
You know, we were the first Paul Heyman guys. You're looking at him right here on the screen. And so that story, what I remember of that, if correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, is that when we made the move from Texas going into Atlanta, I believe me and you were still the tag team champions, and we were booked to be in Tulsa, but me and you were driving all the way to Atlanta, and they were waiting for us to come in Tulsa. But when they turned on the TV, there we were on NWA, I believe, or back in the day, right? Am I correct?
Something like that. Something like that. Then he bumps it all. Like, come on.
I mean, hey, Hamza, we talk about. I mean, who does that? A lot of probably guys today will probably. Oh no, we can't do that. We can't go. That was just us. What he's saying there, and I clearly remember that. And our uncles, hey, he's telling you, if you believe in your work and your worth, go. And who shows up to a territory and tells the promoter, give us 2 months. If 2 months. If we don't get over in 2 months, we're out of there. People are coming to ask for a job and asking them keep us for 2 years. We're saying 2 months. But that's all the teachings and how this bloodline rolls, man, and it's trickled down to our kids is is that these type of teachings, like you believe in yourself, you believe that you are that damn good, then you know your worth and don't sell yourself short. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
Wise words. Wise words.
we fought too hard for that. Look back.
right? But here we are, man. You know, now we got our kids that are in the industry.
Yeah.
You know, we're opening up schools all across the country, and so you know, in reality, our work is not done. We are still doing what you know the passion that we've had from the beginning, and who knows if there'll ever be an end.
Yeah. No. Terry Funk once told me, "You were born in this business like me, and you will die in this business." thanks,
Right?
thanks, Terry. So I got a lot to look forward to. So,
Well, we better start building a lot of pallets.
I know where to get them.
All right, Steph. So listen, man, how can people get a hold of you on social media?
Dude, I'm on. I have a. Oh, geez. I have a WXWC4 on Facebook, and mine is Samu Anoa'i on Facebook as well. Uh, yeah, that right there. I'm at. I don't have the training center up right now because I just so many people are wanting to be part, and I don't know what to tell you right now because I'm high risk and I just
Yeah,
I don't want to take a chance. I got too many memories to make. But as soon as I can, we're going to be up and rolling, and I'll let you know if you can give us that plug.
sure.
Appreciate it.
Man, please, can you please, just for all my people, stop asking me why isn't Samu on Instagram and Twitter? Can you just please just go ahead and just log in onto your Instagram and Twitter? Because it's like you realize how many family members I got, and people come on my line and asking me where's who and who and who and who. I was like, I don't know, man. Listen, just punch up the name, Google them, you'll find them out there. You know.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
don't. I got to, like I said, it's been mixed around with my WXWC4 and my name. I couldn't get into one of the accounts, so I had to switch it. So I just got to figure it out. I'm gonna go in there as soon as we're done, damn it, and then I'll start tweeting something.
Awesome. Well, Sam, listen, I want to thank you. So thank you for taking the time to coming through. Just spreading some love, and it's so good to see you. It's so good to to chop it up and go down memory lane. Um, any last words you have to say
Yeah, well, you guys come from
before?
Philly. I'm not far. Got a place over here. You guys don't gotta stay at the hotel. I got a hibachi grill. I got a smoker. And I got a barbecue. So
Oh,
let's keep
We're
together.
there.
And you guys come through. Let's get together.
okay, Sam. We love you, man. Thank you for taking the time to come on the show. Love
Love you
to
too.
Melissa and the kids.
You too.
Yeah,
Send
okay,
my
fine.
love. Take care of yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Sam.
That
Wow.
was fun. Wait, is this Melissa and the kids by chance? I had this picture too. I forgot to put it up.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, I think it is. It's beautiful.
That's awesome. How was that trip down memory lane for you?
It's kind of emotional, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the man that had a lot to do with the success of my career. And just to hear him, he's just living life now. What's important, his tone of voice is, with his spending a lot of time with family,
Mm-hmm.
his grandkids. That kept popping up when he kept talking about his grandkids,
Mm-hmm.
grandkids. And I'm just thankful just to see him, still here. As we know, what he mentioned about going through the surgery, what he's had, and he sounds like in good spirits.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sounds like $1 million, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's just it's can't say enough words, but just say thank you. I'm grateful. I'm thankful for all has Sammy not only done for myself, but for our family. He's the oldest in the entire Anoa'i clan, all the grandkids, and so just to still have him here and to be able to hear his words and Sam being Sam, man. So Sam, thank you. I love you, man. It was very emotional, you know. I try to hold, I'm a pretty tough dude, man, but thank God I had these dark shades on because you get kind of see tears start to come down my eyes.
You knew what kind of day it was gonna be. You knew what kind of session this was gonna be.
So love your family members, friends, everybody that's out there, whatever drama or whatever, differences you guys are going through in life, just squash all that. You know what I mean? Squash it. You should be able to wake up a new day, new attitude, just new, same goals in life, and I think the most important one is just to be able to live and be a good person, just to be a good person, just to help those out and those that are surrounding around you, who wants to go and be remembered that, you were an asshole, that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you were a greedy person. What an asshole that guy was. He never, blah, blah. Not that you wanted it, but just how he treated people,
Right. Right.
I don't think that any one of us, would want that type of image to be, thrown at you when you're not here to defend yourself about it. So
absolutely. Those words reminded me of that photo you sent me earlier where you said hate has no home here. This photo right here.
No.
I love this photo. When you sent this to me, I was like, this is beautiful. This is nice. Hate has no home here.
That's very strong. And you're looking at that, there's a lot of colors on there. I love that. I love this piece. There's heart. There's, the fist up. There's two hands holding a heart, different colors, different colored hands. It's just a beautiful thing. And I'm going to have that thing there. I seen that online today. I'm going to have that blown up and put inside into my home.
Absolutely.
And we would put it in the Knox Pro's home too as well, in the academy.
When you said home, I assumed Knox Pro is what you were talking about, but guess you meant your home.
Wherever I'm going to be, that's my home. that sign there needs to be in everybody's home. So, but yeah, man, so I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Humza, just for taking the time here to keeping your boy nice and technical. Ooh. Looking the right way.
Yeah, you look great though. Look at your set. Like I love your set back there. That's amazing.
Just a hideout. This is me and my son's man cave. Samson, say hi, Samson.
Samson's waiting to play Fortnite.
There's his hand. He's waiting to play Fortnite. So, all right, but listen, we have a show coming up for Knox Pro.
Yes.
On Tuesday. Go ahead.
After a little bit of hiatus, we got Aldebaran coming back with a triple threat match. And these guys have been putting on a show for us every time they come through. But this time, Lestat and Latigo Blanco is going to go against Harlequin in a three-way bouts. And, one fall. Let's see who wins this and takes it home. So this Tuesday, November 10th, we're back at it. #IamWrestling, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time. That's 10:30 p.m. Eastern time.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining in as the Rikishi Driver Talk Show. And I am your host. And with my man right there, Humza Mania. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.